Alright, slight change of pace today. We're actually going to start with a clip. And this was something that took me by surprise when I was trying to record an Anubis Mara team. Now the Mara's ability is to generate 4 trumpets on faint and then immediately summon the golden retriever. So look what happens here in this battle. So we have level 2 Anubis, it's going to activate the Mara. However, the clownfish gets sniped. And so the retriever tries to come in when there's no space. And we end up with the trumpets graphic still being on screen, even though we're not able to summon the retriever anymore. Now I didn't actually test if it's possible to spend those trumpets afterwards. It would be interesting to have that same team and then put Nurse Shark at the front and see if it still can spend the trumpets that are on screen. I suspect it's just a graphical glitch. But it was funny to me that the Mara works perfectly with Anubis as long as nothing gets sniped. But as soon as something gets sniped, you're going to waste your golden retriever summon. So with that knowledge in mind, I then set about recording this team. Now originally what I was going to do was just have multiple Anubis and then multiple Maras, and it was just going to be a very plain team. But in the end, that was proving pretty difficult to get going. And to be honest, it wasn't particularly entertaining anyway. So what I ended up coming up with is a slightly different build, which involves trying to replicate something that was possible on the test server, but is not possible at the moment. And that is the ability of the Hermit Crab. So the Hermit Crab was a unit that was available on the test server. It kind of paired really well with Mara, and that I'll link a video in the description where I played the Hermit Crab on the test server so you can see how it worked. But basically the Hermit Crab's perk would be copied to the golden retriever, and that made it very easy to get lots of powerful perks onto the retriever, so I'm not surprised that it did end up getting removed before the update was launched, because it really was too good, I think, at least for tier 1. But we can replicate that effect using the seagull, and I feel like I'm using seagull in a lot of videos recently, but that's just because it has an ability which is so flexible, and it works with so many different teams. There's always something new you can do with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a team with Anubis and the Mara, but then we're also going to have the seagull gaining a perk which it can then pass to the retriever, which is going to get summoned early. I have actually done a video in the past with Seagull giving a perk to the retriever. I'll link that video in the description as well, if I can find it, because it's quite old now. But the difficulty in the past was that the retriever was always going to be the second last unit, so you had to play Seagull at the back, which meant your Seagull was constantly getting sniped, or, these days it could get an ailment from a red dragon or something. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. Or it was kind of awkward, but these days it is much, much easier. And we're going to take the triple free gingerbread from the chipmunk. I guess we could have actually got another free gingerbread there if I'd managed to avoid having the stoat on board and wasting the seagull trigger, but it doesn't really matter too much. We don't need the Anubis to be above level 2 for this to work. Although I think I maybe do end up getting it to level 3 because it does then allow you to activate some of the higher tier faint pets and hopefully make the team a bit stronger, as we end up losing to Troubadour there. So we're going to level 2 Anubis now. I think actually I should probably use the strategy of gingerbread on the chipmunk instead of rice a bit more often, because it is super powerful. It's essentially getting 3 chocolates for free, which is kind of ridiculous really. And actually this build, it works perfectly because we don't necessarily need equipment on the units as long as they have enough health to survive start of battle, because of course this team is going to fall apart if anything gets sniped. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Plus of course we've got the seagull giving out free perks in shop, because when the gingerbread activates in battle, the seagull triggers are going to be refreshed, and we can actually get level 2 flounder here, which I think I'm just going to spend immediately. Yep, and we take the level up, and then we'll grab the mammoth, And since we got that injection of experience, we probably should be going for level 3 Anubis, because then we can be activating Mammoth at start of battle and reducing the chances of anything getting deleted and breaking our combo. So here you can see when we play a 4 squad, the Mara ability actually goes off immediately. We end up facing one of these Beluga Great One teams, but thankfully it looked like their team wasn't fully set up yet. They didn't have the small one inside the Beluga. So again, a very cheap way of getting double chocolate there. I've been using this method a lot, especially since I've been recording more free-to-play stuff in customs. You know, using the seagull with the flounder or the gelada is so good. And probably, as much as I tend not to play optimally, I would say that's probably your best bet for going for EXP in free-to-play and customs. Now here with the Anubis, activating the higher level Mara, we are actually summoning a 24/24 doggo, which is pretty impressive for only a tier 3 and a tier 4 combination. We'll take the level up on the Mammoth and the Mushroom. Now, if we level up one of the other units like Anubis, we could buy the potato as well there, but for now, I think we're just going to trust that we're not going to get sniped. And it looks like, yeah, again, we're getting the 24/24, and the seagull gives the doggo the gingerbread, which I guess is like giving the dog a treat. But yeah, that's not going to do us much good in battle. So what we're looking for now is the last piece of the puzzle. And I'm sure I've already rolled past it a few times because I didn't want it until later on. I wanted to be able to take advantage of the seagull by selling. But the risk you take with that is not being able to find the unit at the very end. Now here's a team I've faced quite a few times recently. They've got a phoenix inside this beluga, which is incredibly powerful. And I think it's going to be a bit of a problem for us here. Yeah, we don't have any summons other than the retriever, which honestly isn't really functioning much like a summon. But yeah, it ends up being a tie because they had the Nutcracker. So very lucky to get away with that. Now probably I should also just buy the Mara here, but I guess it's because I'm rolling for the last unit that I don't take it. And yeah, we pass up the seagull as well. I'm just going to freeze the chocolates for the last unit that we're hoping for. Of course, one of the issues here is that when we do buy the unit, the seagull is going to give it a gingerbread. So actually, I guess I don't necessarily need both chocolates frozen, but we do also need the gingerbread to refresh the seagull triggers in battle. Now, I did think about using the seagull with mushroom here to get maximum value from the mammoth. However, that does not work because all the seagull triggers will be wasted on refreshing the mammoth's mushroom. And as we actually lose by 1 HP here, pretty unlikely outcome there, I think. So yeah, we need the seagull to get all its triggers back in battle. So keeping the gingerbread on it makes sense. And yeah, you can see I'm thinking about taking the level up on the Anubis, but actually what I'm going to do is take the team spirit first, just to get some extra stats, use some of these chocolates on the level ups, and we'll freeze the Mara as well. I guess I thought I was on the cusp of winning, but as things are starting to fall apart as we face stronger teams, then we need to make some adjustments. But yeah, level 3 Mammoth is making a big difference. And we do actually have Sleepy now because of the Bakunawa, but I think our stats are high enough that we're going to survive the initial hit. Actually, that was against Extended Freezer, who I've just found out today does art in the SAP Discord. Incredible Shima Inaga picture, which Flame posted in the Discord this morning. So here we go. We finally get the turtle on turn 15, 9 trophies. And I'm kind of worried at this point that we've gone too long without getting this set up properly. So actually, I'm going to buy sell the oyster. Does that give me enough gold? No, it doesn't. So I'm not sure the oyster buy sell was really worth it there. So we need a level 2 turtle for this to work, but I also don't want to win the next battle. So we're actually going to have to throw. So we're going to rearrange the team. Of course, Anubis is still going to activate the mammoth, even though the ordering's wrong. But having the turtle at the back and the mammoth mushroom at the back should be good enough to throw this round. And we actually face a really fun team from Meris here. This mushroom team with Ammonite. I actually have a video recorded on this. I don't know if it'll come out before or after this one. Probably I'll try and put that video out first. But you can actually see an odd effect of the ammonite with mushroom in that it always resets the units to level 1. So you can actually use it twice. So pretty interesting tech there. And yeah, I definitely take advantage of that in the run that I have recorded. So here, although we got the gingerbread on the turtle, I end up just buying the chocolate anyway. So now we can see the combo in action. And it's another Bakunawa team. So we are going to lose equipment, but the turtle is going to fix those problems. So the turtle gives melon, and now the seagull has melon. As long as the mana snipe doesn't hit the seagull, which it does not, we end up getting the melon onto the retriever. And it's a very, very satisfying win in a pretty even matchup at the end there. So I think there's quite a lot of fun stuff you can do with that combo, and hopefully I'll see some other people utilizing it in Arena in the near future.